Hey guys, my name is Ashley and today we'll be going over the 4th grade worksheet lesson 22 and I'll start with standardized test prep. Just like usual, I'll be solving all of the highlighted problems, so just go ahead and follow along. Number 1, it says John ate 3/8 of a pizza. Which model shows how much pizza John ate? So just a quick review of a fraction. Here we have the denominator. So I'll put D for denominator and here's the numerator, N. The denominator stands for the total and numerator is however much they took away. So for example, if someone ate, let's say 2/5 of a pizza, that means they ate 2 slices out of 5. So this is, we'll just write taking away. Okay, so number 1, John ate 3/8, so be looking for a circle with 8 separate pieces, and then we'll look for where there's 3 shaded in. So number 1, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 3 pieces shaded in. So we know that A is our answer. Number 2, what fraction of this group of balloons has dots? So we need to get the denominator, which is the total. So we'll add up all the balloons that we have. We have 3 over here, 3 over here, and 2 over here. So we know that that is 8 balloons total. So we'll write 8 for our denominator. And it's asking for what group has dots. And we know that we wrote 3 here for dots. So our fraction is 3 over 8, which is also A. Moving on to page number 2, we have standardized test prep continued. Number 3 says, which is not a value for n in the inequality below. So one key factor in this is the word not. In order to solve this problem, we have to use cross multiplication. And again, cross multiplication is when you just simply multiply across. So we'll be multiplying this way as well as this way. So we have 5 times n, which is 5n, and 2 times 10, which is 20. So we'll write 5n is is greater than 20. Then we'll divide 5 over to get n by itself, and n is greater than 4. So we know that our answer choice, J, is correct. Oops. All right, we'll zoom in, circle J. Okay, next we'll be doing data analysis and probability. So we'll solve number 1. It says, look at the table below. Here we have input and output values. And the question is, what is the missing fraction? Explain how you decided. So we're looking for x. Again, x is a variable. It's just a placeholder, basically. So we're going to try to use the table to figure out how to solve for x. We know that our first fraction goes from 1/3 to 2/3. And just by looking at this, I know that if I multiply 2, we get this answer on the right side. How about 3/7 and 6/7? We can also multiply 2 to get this value on the right side. And let's check one more, 2/12 and 4/12. We can multiply 2 to get this value on the right. So it's pretty obvious that by multiplying 2, we can get all of these values on the right. So to solve for x, we'll just simply do 2/5 times 2, which gives us 4/5 as our missing fraction. And for the explanation, you can simply write that multiplying the input value by 2 gives you the output value. Okay, let's move on to number 3. It says, which is the fraction of numbers that are even on a number cube labeled 1 to 6? So we know that a number cube is talking about a dice, and a dice has 6 sides. Now we have even numbers and odd numbers on a dice, and we know that the even numbers are 2, 4, and 6. We know that it ends at 6 because it says 2 6 here, and it starts from 1, which is why we know the first even number is 2. So 6 total sides, and we have 1, 2, 3 even choices. So we put 3 over 6, simplify that to 1/2, and we know that H is our answer. Next, we're doing check what you know. Tell whether each fraction is in simplest form. If not, write it in simplest form. So this should be pretty easy. We've gone over this in the past. So 2/4 will be dividing by 2 on top and bottom to get us to 1/2 as our new simplified fraction. Number 6, 3/5. You can't simplify this any further, so we'll just leave it as is. Next, we have 8 over 12. You can divide top and bottom by 4. And by doing that, we get 2 over 3. So 2/3 is our new fraction. Our final page, we'll be doing add like fractions. So here we have a definition. Like fractions are fractions with the same denominator. You can add like fractions by using fraction bars or drawings. So here, number 1, it says find the sum. We're given a fraction bar, 1/5, 1/5, 1/5. So just like the definition says, you must have the same denominator. And we can see that they all have 5 as a common denominator. So you only have to look at the numerator and add the ones. So we have 3, carry the 5 over, and we get 3/5. So fairly easy. You could just look at the bar and we have, let's change the color. We have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 as our numerator. All right, I'll show you guys the answer key so you guys can check your answers once you're finished. And great job, guys.